Have you ever wondered how AI transforms creativity into productivity? Embark on a journey where creativity meets efficiency. Dive into my workflow secrets as I reveal how AI, from ChatGPT's genius titles to Canva's magical avatars and OpusClip's short form mastery, empowers, not replaces, my creative process. A game changer in maximizing productivity with every click. Say goodbye to creative chaos and hello to a streamlined powerhouse workflow that'll have you wondering why you didn't jump on this train sooner.
Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we are, all about encouraging the 3 C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and we are creators sharing our experiences despite our distance.
And the C3 team member leading this evening is Dori. Other way. Known to everyone as DSpence, is using her superpowers to install confidence in those around her and helping others become techsperts in their own adventures.
Well, speaking of adventures, I am very much looking forward to tonight's topic. But before we dive into the secrets of how AI has transformed my workflow, I got to give a little bit of a teaser. Gentlemen, if you could choose an AI sidekick from ChatGPT, Canva, or OpusClip, which one would be your go-to for unleashing that chaos-busting magic in your creative process? And any guesses on which tool might steal the spotlight tonight? We're going to hit Manny first.
My gosh, those are some great options. And like when I think about which one, would be my go-to, oh my gosh, it's so hard to choose. I'm probably gonna go with Canva. If I had to pick one of the three and the other did not exist, is my thought. But what I think you're gonna be running with, I'm gonna say Canva as well.
Okay.
What
What
about
about
you,
you,
Kevin?
Kevin?
Ditto, and ditto. I absolutely love Canva and the new tools that they keep introducing and taking advantage of AI. So there's a few other people that I watch with all of these different Canva updates, and they just sort of seem to be on top of it. For content creators. So I'm sure you're going to be mentioning those tools of stealing the show as part of your content. But I'm also very curious about if you're going to introduce some other tools as well. Because lately, for myself at work, I've been using Microsoft Copilot. And it actually is a very good tool because it not only incorporates like the text portion of ChatGPT, but it also integrates with Dolly to be able to create images as well. So that is starting to be my go-to personally. So interested if you're going to incorporate any of that in your um, daily creativity, Dory. So excited to hear what you have to present tonight. So if this is a type of content that you would like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified when we do go live and a new video is updated.
Okay, so right out of the gate, I'm going to answer your question, Kevin, and just get that out of the way right meow. And that is, I am not currently using Microsoft Copilot. So, what I wanted to do tonight was kind of focus on how I have utilized existing tools in my workflow. That doesn't mean I'm not open to using others, but what I want to do tonight is kind of walk everybody through from start to finish how I, in fact, plan my streams. And what I have for everyone tonight is the behind the scenes of how exactly I used those very 3 specific tools to plan tonight's stream. And so I am going to show you from beginning to end, moving from using ChatGPT into Canva, doing the live stream, which we are doing right now, and then what happens afterwards with the infamous OpusClip. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bounce you guys over to this particular screen where I have kind of laid out for you exactly the prompts that I put into ChatGPT and exactly the results that I get. Now, I want to stress right now, right out of the gate, I do not basically have AI do my work for me. What I do is I ask AI to help put together this jumble of chaos of ideas inside the DSpence brain and spit something out that is usable. So you guys may want to grab a paper and pencil and take a look at these prompts that I put into ChatGPT, see how the results come together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you what my finalized result was based on the suggestions from this program. So step 1, using ChatGPT to develop titles. So the very first thing I do out of the gate is I come up with an idea. And so my idea was how AI influences and streamlines my workflow from idea creation to graphic design. That's my general idea that I'm working with. So I go to ChatGPT and I type in this exact prompt. And it always starts the same. The only differences that I make are to the topic and then the ideas that I plan on covering. So I always ask for 10 YouTube video title ideas. For a video I'm going to make about how, insert idea here, AI influences and streamlines my workflow from idea to graphic design. The video will focus on the following points. And here's where I always put like what I want my big takeaways for the audience to be. And so if you just take a moment and look at that, you can see the points that I want to focus on tonight, which is, hold on a minute, guys. I'm very sorry, but it's like you are up close and personal with me, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. I was very heavily zoomed in, and it was like just messing with my brain. So the points that I wanted to make were using ChatGPT to craft video titles, descriptions, and keywords. I use ChatGPT for all of that. Then I switch over to Canva and use Magic Design to help develop avatars and thumbnails. And then after the stream, I use OpusClip Pro to analyze, develop, and publish short-form content once the live stream has ended. And then at the end, I say, in addition, the video message will include that AI does not replace my creative process, but it allows me to harness and focus my limited time, because y'all, I'm the hot mess express when it comes to time management, through the use of these tools. And then at the end, I always say, please compare with the most recent top performing videos. Now, I know that ChatGPT is not like up to date 24 hours, but I always put that at the end just to see if it will give me any other type of suggestions or maybe SEO optimization, things like that. So that was my prompt. And then this was my suggested list, and it gave me 10 titles. Okay. And then I go through and I read them and I kind of pick and choose ones that I think like, oh, okay, these are good. I like these. Some of these are like, meh, not so much. It doesn't hit the mark. And then what I do, and then see it says before finalizing, it's recommended to check the most recent videos. Okay, ChatGPT always suggests that. Now, here's where things start to get interesting, and I start to ask ChatGPT to kind of niche down and refine my choices. So the next prompt is on the screen. It says, take examples 1, 3, 8, and 10 from above and give me 5 more titles like these, but include more action-oriented words and keywords for SEO optimization. Now notice what ChatGPT does. It gives me another suggestion, and then it tells me underneath what are some SEO keywords that it's using and a little bit of a personality touch. So in this particular case, I've been using ChatGPT enough that it recognizes certain ways, certain phrases that I've taught it that I speak. And so it's going to use those words and emphasize those particular things that I've taught it. So as you scroll down through here, it gives you some good examples, and every single one of them gives you not only that SEO, but also that personality flair. So I kind of go through these, I analyze them a little bit. I do not just take the first thing that shows up on the list. I decide which one of those sounds the most like me. And so I look at those, and then I come up with a top title. And as you can see here in blue, this is the title that I decided for tonight's video, From Concept to Clicks, Maximizing Productivity with AI Tools. And so now I ask ChatGPT to write me a hook. And what I do is I reaffirm what the video is going to be discussing. I reaffirm what the video is going to be focusing on with the following points. And I very much stress like the point of my message. And then if you notice at the end, it says, do not include the title in the hook. And here's where this is where you get specific. The more specific you are with your prompt, the better your results are going to be. It should be no more than 2 sentences long, and it should take less than 30 seconds to read aloud. Because if you think about it, the hook at your beginning of your video should be like super short and grab your audience's attention. And so I'm pretty confident that I can read 2 sentences in like a short time span. So that's what I've included. If you only want it to be 1 sentence, make it 1 sentence. So that is what I put in, and this is what I get. Embark on a journey where creativity meets efficiency. Some of this stuff may sound familiar. Dive into my workflow secrets as I reveal how AI, from ChatGPT's genius titles to Canva's magical avatars and OpusClip Pro's short-form mastery, empowers, not replaces my creative process, a game changer in maximizing productivity with every click. A lot of that sounds like what I just said, but not exactly. So then I start doing some other things with ChatGPT to see what kind of different results I can get. I asked the program to rephrase it in the form of a question, which it does. I like starting my hooks with a question. Not everyone does, but that's just my method. So if you don't ask questions in your hook, skip this step. But it gives a result that's a little bit different. And then here's where, to circle back to you, Kevin, about my voice, my charismatic, sarcastic voice, using attention-grabbing, impactful words. And then this part is really important. I didn't do this at first, and then I realized that I was doing a disservice. Focus on what the audience will take away after watching the stream. Because again, I have been taught by a lot of mentors that telling someone what they are going to expect and what they are going to take away from investing time in your stream is probably one of the most important things that you can do for your audience at the beginning of your video. If it might be helpful, I could maybe like share this PDF with everyone. If you guys would like that, just drop something down in the comments and I can figure out a way how to share that with everyone so you guys can see and kind of analyze how my process went. But as you keep going down, you can see that it gets a little bit more creative. And reading this result, there are definitely words in here that like scream my personality in there. You know, brace yourselves, jaw dropping. I will tell you though, I felt this one was a little bit long. So I did ask it to rewrite it, indicating it's just an overview video of how I use it in my workflow, and that there are other videos that demonstrate all of these tools in more detail separately on our channel, which there are. By the way, go to Content Creators Connect on YouTube and you can see videos for all three of these tools in depth. And then it gave me a couple results. They didn't light the world on fire for me. So I kind of went and analyzed a few of them, and I took pieces from about maybe 4 of them. I don't like to overwhelm people and claim that I'm a genius. That's just that. Witness the genius behind my creative chaos. That's a little egomaniacal. But the words that they're using, I think, is the point here, that once you train it, it's going to start coming up with words that it recognizes you use. So then I move to the description. And the description I ask for, this is what gets posted on the actual YouTube video itself. Write me a brief YouTube description for the same video. Because if it's all part of the same chat, you do not have to keep inputting the information as far as what your video is about. That's one of the nice things I like about ChatGPT. Use attention-grabbing words with SEO optimization in mind. Include words that evoke emotion, and I'm an emoji queen, add emojis as emphasis. And so it gave me a result. I read through it. I really liked a lot of what this had to say. Some of it I thought was a little over the top. Brace yourself for a roller coaster of creativity and efficiency. So again, it's stuff that you pull, you don't necessarily copy and paste. So this was an example that I got. And then the last thing you go through here is keywords. So I ask for a list of YouTube keyword tags for this video that are separated by a comma, use SEO optimization, and do not exceed a maximum of 500 characters total, because YouTube limits you. And what I don't want it to do is give me a list that's twice as big, and then I have to sit there and sift through the tags. So I put the tags in and I see what the ranking gives us and some of our other AI tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy. And then I look at any other recommendations that those 2 programs have. So those are 2 bonus AI tools that I didn't put in the description, but I also used during the keyword process. And this is the list that it gave me. So that's basically what I do initially. And then I move to step 2, which is refine and finalize. I take some of the hook ideas and I put them all together. So I copy them out of ChatGPT and I put them all together on a single page, just like I've done here. And then that allows me to read through them without having to sift through any of the extra fluff and really hone in on what the hook message is. And I analyze all of them, which is several, after I asked it to refine. And then I come up with the final option. Like some of these are, ever wondered how I spin everyday ideas into content gold? I mean, that wasn't really the theme I was going for, so I didn't really pull any of those words. So these were a lot of hook ideas that I was given through things. So there's my final hook, crafted with the help of AI, but also with my brain making the final decision on what words I wanted to speak that really resonated with my topic, my idea, my voice. And so you just continue through this process and you do the same thing with the description. You look at several different ideas together, and then you come up with a final description that you think really tells the audience exactly what they're in for, which for me was a combination of the two different descriptions that I was given. I took a few from the top and a few from the bottom. And one of the things that I notice a lot, and you'll notice when you start putting pieces of ChatGPT together, there's a lot of phrases that they reuse based on your videos. So once you use it more often, it becomes quicker and easier for you to go through this process. It's taking me longer to explain it than it actually does for me to do it, which I'm sure no one is shocked by. So there's my final description, and then my keywords, which I do read through them, and then I decide if there's any that I definitely want to sift out and maybe swap. So like these here, I added these two because YouTube and Shorts did not come as suggestions in the keywords. And I think that those are important and highly ranked words to search for right now. So then I used ChatGPT to give me thumbnail ideas. Here's my prompt. Again, trying to make something fit with my personality. Can you suggest a fun, cheeky style thumbnail for the video described above with the title From Concept to Clicks, Maximizing Productivity with AI Tools? So they give some suggestions. Let's design a fun split screen thumbnail. Left side, an AI image or a cartoon of you with a light bulb above your head, symbolizing the creative concept. A speech bubble maybe saying idea spark. And then the different icons for the tools that I planned on using. And then they suggested a progress bar or maybe like arrows going through like almost like a visual aid diagram, which I didn't really love that. So I didn't use that idea. And then it also said maximizing productivity with AI magic. I did not want the thumbnail to look like a magician, especially because I recently did one where I looked like a wizard for my Stream Deck video. So I steered completely away from that idea. It was a great idea, but based on what I've already done, I kind of ignored that. So then we move to Canva. So I literally use ChatGPT to do the planning process to get all of the text-based stuff written, and then I move to Canva to design my thumbnail. So we're going to bounce over to Canva, and what you see up on your screen is the prompt that I put in using Magic Media to generate my avatars. And so it says excited woman who looks like she just got a brilliant idea, wearing a white sweatshirt and purple large framed glasses, shoulder length hair with a dark brown to light brown ombre hair color, brown eyes. She has a fun cartoon style light bulb over her head to indicate a bright idea. Now I did two different styles. First I left it on no style, and then I moved it to concept art, which I kind of love. So this is literally what my process is. You guys can see how my brain works through this. I put as many ideas as I think are viable on slides, and I look at them. And then I kind of move them around, and I'm like, okay, this girl's she's cross-eyed. I'm not going to use that one. These are good. Anything with hands in it, I specifically check to make sure like the fingers are not like weird or anything. And then I keep generating other ideas. Some of these I thought the facial expressions were amazing, but the hands were not right. Like this one's got like an extra hand. So, this one's got extra fingers. Also, she's cross-eyed. Canva obviously understands that I'm cross-eyed because whenever it creates avatars of me, it always makes me cross-eyed. And so I just keep generating more and more ideas to see what style I really like. And then ultimately, I kind of sift through the ones that I think are good. So that's phase one, is using the prompt and generating a bunch of avatars. And then I actually create my file for the thumbnail. And so in this case, I came up with the text, AI sparks ideas. And then what I did was I added a couple of the different avatars on there that I really like. And I wanted to see, just with text placement and colorization and all these other things, like, what does it look like when you bring it all together? And so this is what you guys can see, some of the ideas that I had. Ultimately, these are not the ones I decided on. I realized after the fact, actually, my husband pointed out that this one had extra fingers, so I couldn't use that one. This one I thought was neat, with like the light bulb taking the place of the P in sparks, but it was too cerebral. People need like faster recognition when they're looking at thumbnails, so that one was too, I was too in my head on that one. This is ultimately the avatar that I went with, and the color scheme that I went with. And this is the thumbnail that I decided on, that you all see with tonight's video. AI sparks ideas. I made sure the sparks looked like a light bulb with that yellow white light. And then I used black and white versions of all three of the tool icons for uniformity's sake. So in the order that I was discussing them: ChatGPT, Canva, and then OpusClip. And then these are some of the others where I thought about maybe putting the icons up here under the word AI. Didn't like it. And I really like this girl. She kind of screams my personality a lot, but it was just something about the placement there. I couldn't love it. And then I always have a blank page at the end in case I need to add more or duplicate something. So I really felt like she had like the light coming off of her head. The light bulb was lit up purple, which, is I am all about the purples. So that was my process for developing the thumbnail. Start with a prompt, look at way too many avatar options, and then the nice thing about it is that as the avatars are developing, that's really where I get the idea for the text for the thumbnail. So as I'm looking at the avatars, I just start jotting down like short phrases of ideas that are emanating from my brain when I'm looking at that avatar. What is it evoking from me? And also some of the ideas, like I really love the idea of the spark that ChatGPT gave me, so I tried to figure out a way how to work with that. And then it brings us to our live stream, which we are currently at right now. So far, we have used ChatGPT to do all the prep work and all of the copy. We've used Canva to use the magic media to help us develop an avatar and bring that thumbnail idea to life. We complete the live stream, and then after the fact is where the rest of the magic happens. And that is with OpusClip. And I wanted to leave it on this page because OpusClip has come out with another advancement where they are allowing you to do longer video clips, not just like the YouTube Shorts length, but people that want to take, say, like our live stream and just clip out our content part and upload that as like a recorded video. OpusClip now affords you the opportunity to do that as well, which is really exciting. And it also has a lot of different like genre models and things like that as well. But what I do, and you guys can see that I have my last video that I did in here where I did the comparison between OpusClip and Video AI. I take the link for a completed video, pop it into OpusClip, And literally from there, it is just a matter of truncating what part of the video I want OpusClip to look at, letting it do its thing. Its AI analyzes the video, looks for keywords that I put in there, and it spits out somewhere in the vicinity of 20 to 25 clip options. I then take the time to look at those clips. I will favorite the ones that I think have potential and then go back. I always try to find somewhere like around 6 to 10 clips out of those. And then I will do the edits. I myself will do the edits. It doesn't require a lot, but it requires some tweaks. Maybe I want the camera to be moved if it puts all three of our heads on screen, but really I want it to have my screen share up on there instead. Or using their awesome feature of the AI B-roll, where it's not just a talking head and it flashes to something else. And right inside OpusClip, once you complete the process, you can actually schedule your clips to post out to your channel right inside their program. So it's hands off. Once you make your tweaks, you say, I want this video to post tomorrow. I want this video to post Tuesday, this one Wednesday, this one Thursday. You give it its location or locations to multiple platforms. You set a time, and the program does the rest. So, in short, short, get it? Boom. I know. Okay. That is an overview of how I am using all of my AI tools, from the planning idea stages of the live stream all the way through to finalizing the repurposing of the video through the use of OpusClip and creating short form content. So with that being said, I am very interested, gentlemen, not gonna lie, I am very interested to hear what was your biggest takeaway and which tool left you buzzing with ideas or fueled something new inside your imagination. And we're going to go to Manny first.
One of the things that caught my attention was your prompts being only two sentences long to make it simple. And that right there made me like, oh my gosh, you definitely are overthinking it if it's gonna be longer than two sentences. So that really caught my attention there. And then when you're reading it, that it should easily be 30 seconds or under. That really caught my attention. One of the things I noticed with your process, your whole process also showed how like web designers and how you came up with all those SEO keywords. And web designers, when they're building out a website, keywords and SEO optimization is so key. And I think the process that you even followed through this whole thing was like, wow, look at all the great words you would have for an optimized website to be found. So that really caught my attention. One of the things that I found, and this is where I always knew you were great at, and this is where it came through, you're so great at what kind of prompts to tell it to do. And I think that is one of the, as we're learning more and more of this AI and this ChatGPT, I think the biggest thing, and this was basically my biggest takeaway, is saying, giving it the right prompts in what you want it to do. And so I think that you really came through today in sharing that. Another thing that caught my attention, and I love that you were able to make this part of your prompt focus on what the audience will take away after watching the stream. I like that you used AI to help you come up with that. I mean, that's when it comes to our videos, what are they going to get out of this? What is the value? What is the big takeaway? Why should they stay on till the end what's in it for them. And I love that you use AI to come up with that solution, basically, to help you help them stay on the stream longer. That was really, really great. That was all my takeaways. I love it. Great job. That was awesome. Kevin, what about you? What was your biggest takeaway? What tool was you? Oh, speaking of tool, that part I didn't. Um, the way what I really loved about the tools that you actually use. Now I use each of those tools, but what you really rocked was how deep you can go with your process. Basically, you showed us your process from
Hmm.
beginning to end. Me, I'm more of a jump around, so I love the way your process is, because that was more organized, more like, this is what we're going to do from the very beginning, this is what we're going to go over here and do now, and this is what we're going to close it out and do. That process was I thought with everything, the tools that you brought into it, that made it my biggest takeaway from my imagination was, wow, look at that process that she followed from beginning, and there wasn't a bunch of jumping around. It was like, you were here taking care of that, now you're here taking care of that, now you're here. You don't have to go back here that you were already done with. So you left me with great ideas on each of those tools that I already currently use. So thank you, Kevin. Now for real, this time, what was your biggest takeaway?
Well, like you, Manny, a lot of takeaways from that presentation. Lots of great information, Dori. Thank you so much for sharing. And I like how you're prefacing everything by saying, don't copy and paste. Is use it as inspiration to continue your creative process. And like you were giving prompts, and it's like, yeah, I like that sentence, but I don't care for that second sentence. So I'll take that first one, but the second result, I like this part, and sort of piecing together something that suits your personality. So, yeah, not just copying and pasting, boom, we're done sort of thing. It's like you're making it part of your image, your brand, your voice. That I like to reiterate over and over is like you said, the more that you use it, the more it's learning who you are and how you actually speak, so that the results will that come up are in your voice. So you're
Hmm.
going to have to do less and less tweaking as it learns about you more and more from what you're inputting in to the chat GPT. And as for the application, same thing. I use all three. I use ChatGPT. I use Canva extensively. I use the Magic Media tool. Um, the one thing I don't use as much as you guys, OpusClip Pro. So I need to go and register for a pro account, because if they're coming out with more features like that, that definitely is something I need to get on board with. I know I've been sort of playing with the free version right now, and it's becoming more and more limited as to what you can actually do with the free version. And it's like, yeah, it does have the watermark on it, but when you see what's in the other plans, it's like, I want to do what that one does, but I can't.
Yet.
And with,
You can't yet.
yeah, Um, but just learning about the editing for longer form, that would be amazing to be able to have that, because that would definitely get more eyeballs on your content as well. So once again, great presentation, Dori. I absolutely loved everything. And yeah, it's getting my mind going as to what I need to do next as soon as the stream is over.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to switch over because it looks like we have a new overlay tonight. Hopefully, this works. I'm going to address some of the questions and comments that popped up. So, I think, Kevin, we hit this with we hit this with I answered this correct,
Yeah.
that I do ask ChatGPT to kind of refine it down into my own voice. I'm glad that you reiterated this, and then Manny also reiterated this, that it's really important for us as content creators, everyone, if you take nothing else away from this, it's really important to remember that it's not about what we want. It's not about what we care about. It's about what the audience wants. It's about what the audience needs. And so if you approach planning your live stream from that mindset, you're never going to fail. You're always going to do amazing things for your audience. And then, Kevin, you were making some very good points. Keywords have to be followed by commas. It's the easiest way to put them into YouTube, into the tag section. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, a single carriage return, I'm showing my age, carriage return, a single enter will also get you the same effect. If it's in a list form, I believe. Maybe not.
I've tried it before that way, just like a straight down list, and it didn't like it. It needed that
No.
comma
Yeah.
afterwards to separate them.
The comma? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Magic Media Tool is an amazing tool. Oh, Anna's here. She's coming in late. Anna. Definitely go back and check it out. And as I mentioned earlier, if people are interested in getting a copy of that PDF that literally showed the prompts that I gave and the results that ChatGPT responded with and kind of how I honed that process down, I'm happy to create a shareable form of that and then drop the link in the YouTube description for people. Definitely can do that. And Laura also hopping in to say hello. Hello, Laura. Let's see, what else do we have? Anna's giving us the party icons. Kevin, you did have one more question. OpusClip. Posting to multiple accounts. So here's what I did. Let me just bounce over for a brief second to my Opus screen. And what I did was I just went to one of my videos and I clicked to share it out. And this is what it looks like. So you have to have an account connected. You can share out to YouTube Shorts, TikTok. You can send it to an inbox. You can put it on the feed, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn, and a Facebook page. But you do have to connect your accounts. So probably the only way to work around that would be if you signed in and then connected it, posted it out, and then signed into another account. But at that point, it's almost easier to just take the link and do it instead of using the auto scheduler, if that makes sense. But doesn't look like we have any other questions or comments. So I think we can wrap this up. So for a more detailed demonstration and walkthrough of my favorite Shorts AI tool, check out the video that Manny did about OpusClip entitled OpusClip AI Walkthrough, Transforming Your Videos with Ease. It was posted on January 28th of this year, so not too long ago, and hopefully one of the guys can drop that link into the comments section. Looks like it's coming your way right now.
My friends, if you enjoy content like this and you are finding it useful, we would love it if you'd like and subscribe to our channel. And sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love. And you can visit our website. You can see it right there on your screen for all the information on the different ways that you can connect with us at Linktree/Content Creators Connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. And be sure to drop down into the comments below and let us know what kind of content that you would like us to cover in the near future. We would definitely jump on that for you.
So thank you for joining Content Creators Connect, aka C3, as tonight we saw Dori walk us through how AI influences and streamlines her workflow. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I will be discussing streaming monetization. We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X, so make sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you next week.
Bye bye. Thanks for joining.
Bye.